The open letter.
Where's it at?
Go to the city hall. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, go to click city hall and then
Go to the closed section of that.
oh my god, that's something else. Why would this get closed? All right, let me see. On behalf of San Andreas, for full clarity, under Article 2, mechanism. Okay. Huh? She's already missed the point. Hold on, let me make this bigger. Wait. Oh my Lord, have mercy. Applying it within via the.
You can't see her response?
No, you can. You click the close section.
Oh,
This entire response is already cooked and right off the bat. Yeah, I'll repost it. Okay, so hold on. Let's break this down. Is a statewide authority, blah, 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 blah. Everyone knows this. TLDR, this doesn't say anything. They're there to, yes, will be the mechanism. That does not mean the San Andreas Department of Justice.
Los Santos County is not responsible for interpretation of the Constitution is wild.
This entire thing is insane. Look at paragraph 3. She's pretty much saying we get to decide how to read the Constitution and we're above it. Like, they are still subject to, like, literally you can contest state legislation. I don't know what this is crayon work. Wait, the San Andreas Department is a statewide authority that's responsible for maintaining a balance between. We're responsible for interpreting it. That doesn't mean we can't challenge it. For ensuring the legislators stay in line and do not trample on the inalienable right. Wait, claim the independent voting system from the start would lead to discrimination when you're very. No, it doesn't, because you're manufacturing the definition of resident versus citizen. Oh my Lord.
How can it be said that the decision to perform the voting as we intended from the start does not violate any individual rights when they have less voting power, and then followed by and actually protects residents of counties from influence of others? That is a contradictory statement if I've ever seen it.
Oh, yeah. There's another line in here that is trying to hide behind the governor by saying this was the intention. No, motherfucker. Sure, that we have that same end goal, but that doesn't mean you get to skip writing legislation that underlines what residency and all that shit means. This is actually fucking ridiculous. See, look at this. The intended way of voting. No, that would... How? No. That's if there was residency actually defined.
How
doing it on
can the person who enacted these articles of legislation and drafted them be the sole bearing voice and interpretation of said laws without presenting an inherent bias towards it? How fundamentally flawed is that?
Wait, this is making an argument. A citizen may hold primary residence in 2 counties. That's not what primary means.
Does anyone have a little dabble of food? I'm not feeling too good.
I
got you.
might. I do not. Hey, you ready to take me back to the apartment, boys?
Oh, may not hold.
Thank you, sir.
In 2 counties,
I
okay,
appreciate
they
that.
must have a primary residence in a
guys.
single county.
Hey, you have
Currently,
a
the
good
only
one,
thing that
guys.
is for
Reading
which
that is,
Yeah, I'll have a good one.
I don't understand
At
how
their
no one can
discretion.
say that
How?
doesn't inherently
This mechanism
make
doesn't
a
exist.
Huge bias. Where are the other people's voices and opinions? Where are the
From
other
day one,
justices?
this is missing the entire point. Where's the mechanism?
Yeah. Not wrong on that.
Technical issues. There is no technical issue. There is no technical issue.
I tried calling Arcadia one of those twice. Maybe you should just call her every 5 minutes. Things up.
And I'd also argue that by suddenly
should be
after
rectified.
registration's already
It-
started, people
3
have already
months
started making
later.
plans for voting. You have therefore
Be held-
restricted people's right to
Does
vote,
that mean that
violating
elections
their right
cannot
to vote
still be held
in
to
the
come?
process.
Oh my lord!
Doing this, the whole thing should be unconstitutional to change it up without prior notice.
Exactly.
Is what gets me because it's only her.
This is
So it's a little bit.
this entire thing sort of reads like, I'm trying to make a, you know,
So nobody can respond to that, right?
no.
Because it's closed. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, we could do a response to right to do the in effect is all citizens equal and the right to vote is not. Yes, it is. Citizens are also being asked to vote for the county that they're. And then this is a logical to affect change the county they live in. Yeah, but that's not how the vote works. As for the timing of this guideline being implemented, the announcement was made within hours. Only one person even registered on it. It is
No, they're
ridiculous.
just stating
That-
blatantly that they will create the legislation after the election is conducted.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my lord! The last thing she put CC Justice Angel. I think she may have taken that CC personally. Does she know that means carbon copy?
I don't.
It means like, yo, to the DOJ, but
Maybe it's an actual dig that it's. I
She
wrote
thought
in
it was a
MCC
dig?
myself. A joke maybe.
oh,
I think she knows the difference between. I don't know. I mean, I can understand to a degree her defiance because it is something that she did, and if it's wrong, it
Yeah.
falls on her. And at the same time, a lot of people now, after what he said, kind of know how many times she's kind of, even if it just appears that way, sometimes the appearance of impropriety is just as bad as impropriety itself.
yeah,
So whether she did or not, it doesn't look good that so many times her ex-husband has been in a position and she has been, at least visually, the reason he lost those positions. And now
yeah.
he's running for mayor, and right now, here we go again. Something has been
Yep.
done that wasn't done in the previous election or the one before that. And it's kind of designed to make sure that things go a certain way. And these rights weren't a problem. I mean, it just doesn't look good. So I can see why her position in her response reads this way, and I can also see why she doesn't see it. But at the end of the day, the way things are written, whether she's right or she's wrong, even if she's wrong, she's right because she has the power to do it, which sucks. There's no way to reason with somebody that either one doesn't think they're wrong or doesn't care that they're
Yep.
wrong.
Yep.
Yeah, she's got no
So-
reason to play ball with you right now.
Yeah, she
and
doesn't.
You know,
Because
Nope.
even if she's doing the
Oh.
wrong thing, she can write it into some
Yep.
way that automatically it becomes right because
Yeah.
she said so.
Well, I
That's
think.
the power that you're dealing with.
Yeah. Well,
It's-
I
it's
mean,
difficult.
the fantastic thing about this is we've taken the primary step necessary to take the next one. So it's going to be a
Yeah.
very juicy week. It's going to be a very juicy week.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
Oh
The-
my
the-
God.
I guess the good thing, the challenging thing is that even if you think you're right about something, if you're wrong, that's gonna come out, and you're gonna have to deal with that because people are going to see things that, even in conversation with some people over the months, people talk from one side because that's the side they have, that's the information they have, and people believe what they believe even if they don't have all the facts. Just whatever they know is enough for them to decide, this is how I feel about this is how I feel about you. But when you get more information that you didn't have before, that might be like, oh, okay, so okay, now I maybe I still don't agree, but I kind of understand better how. But if you can't explain that, like, how do you, if anybody really asks you, why did you do this? Like, how did this happen? I understand you have the right to do it. I understand you have the power to do it, but I'm trying to understand the why, because as a citizen, you're saying you're doing this for me, but right now I can't vote for a mayor in a county that affects me, because if I go there, I'm subject to those rules, but I don't get a say in it. And I did last time, and I did the time before that. So why don't I get that chance now? And now I have to. What if I wanted to buy a house in up north? Can I do that the same way, just without a problem?
Exactly.
If I'm a resident of Los Santos, am I allowed to do that?
It's
And if I am, then I'm legally a resident
yeah.
of both, because I have an apartment in Los Santos, but I also have a home. It confuses things, because you could change the laws. You say it's only for voting now. That's, I think, what I read in the letter. It's only for voting purposes. But what if you change it later?
I think we're speaking 3 levels higher than the level of comprehension on display here. This reads like nah. I'm the DO. I'm a Chief Justice. That's how I read this. This doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. I love the part about them going like, oh no, them having to vote for the mayor and the county of choice at the same time totally can't be tracked and won't have, it'll be anonymous.
Exactly.
It won't be accessed by anybody.
No, exactly. But then it says in the same sentence, you can change your residency at whim. Where? How? What is it? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Do you actually have to be a resident? Like if I have no property that I have access to up in Blaine County, am I able to vote up there and say it's my primary
precisely
residence?
The moment you make that vote, that will be you choosing your
And then what about
residency.
who doesn't? It's undefined. It's 23andMe. You know what I mean?
Probably the people who don't vote would just be considered Los Santos because they have an apartment here.
Yes, exactly.
There's a clarification for that, though. That it all needs to be on paper. And it's,
that's
how would they know?
So and
because everybody has an apartment. Technically, people in Blaine County who have everybody still has an apartment in Los Santos. So technically,
but how is the government supposed to track your primary residence if it is in Blaine County? You know?
Yeah. The very
you need to be a property owner.
The very institute that clamors over, yo, it's got to be written. It's got to be written. It's got to be. How hard would it have been to write a simple residency legislation and a simple voting legislation a month ago? You know what I mean?
I mean, they do mention that in there too.
Yeah. It's like, oh, well, we could have done that. Well, why didn't you? That's the point. You know.
I'm wondering what will happen. Curiously, I'm wondering what will happen if Kyle still wins.
Well, if he does win, him and I can start writing state legislation and start enforcing some of this. So
right, but she's still Justice Angel. She can.
It doesn't matter, because if him and I sign something, it becomes state legislation. That's why I think the recognition of Pred having an opportunity literally rips their wings. It clips their wings. So I think that's
really
no, you're good. Yeah.
Like the portion where it's like the announcement was made within hours of registration opening, and only one person was registered. So it's ridiculous to say there's undue stress. I mean, first of all, people have been campaigning for before the registration, but like, is this just like fuck the one person who was registered then? Like,
it doesn't. It
Also, just blatantly admitting to the fact that it happened after the process. Had already
Yes.
started.
yeah, openly
Yes.
saying it happened
Yeah.
after it had officially started.
The problem with legislation
Somebody
coming
already
into
being
effect
registered
after the
too.
vote means that people are voting without fully understanding what
Yes.
making that choice means, which is
Yeah.
something that people can and have in other places sued about.
Mm.
And like, regardless of how many people were registered at the point that like the announcement was made, it was more than zero. You know, somebody had been registered when the rules got changed on them.
Well,
Like, that's just a
How
fact
could
that's
somebody be
admitted to
registered?
in this. Well, for the voting or for the candidate
who?
process, right? I think it was Silas was the first one, I believe.
How did that happen though? Doesn't voting open tomorrow?
Yeah, but like the registering as a candidate for the voting,
yeah.
that opened up, what was it, Wednesday? Whenever it was. And like, she specifies, yeah, somebody was registered at that point.
Yeah. So
Kind of crazy.
yeah. So
Well,
we'll.
I'm sure if it's found to be inconvenient, she'll change it.
Yep. All right. I'm gonna get out there. I'm gonna start cooking.
Okay.
Get my voice out there and all that. Let me give you guys some of these as well, and let me make sure I also pay. There you go. Go for to hand these out.
Nope,
There we
all right.
go. Give me some of these. I think I'm gonna order some more too. Tilly.
Okay.
Don't forget to Bemis too.
Yep. I'm gonna do that right now. There you go. All right. All right. I'll see you guys real soon. Yeah. I'll be around
All right.
tomorrow morning as well.
Have a good one.
I think voting polls open tomorrow night, if I'm not mistaken.
I
That's
think sometime
Normally
after NA
7:30
Storm.
EST,
Yeah.
right?
NA Storm?
It's like the
Okay.
normal time.
Fuck yeah. All right. I'll see you guys soon, yeah?
All right. See ya.
Bye bye.
Have a good
Ava,
night.
you're putting your name up, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay,
Yeah,
hell
Ava and I
yeah.
are both up there, so.
You're up there too?
Okay, good. I wasn't
Yep.
sure.
That's what I'm fucking talking about. Hey, our cabinet has produced more judges, soon to be judges, than the DOJ.